Welcome to the third edition of Inside the Vault, partnering with Shopworn and Isochron Media. Welcome to our new expanded studios. We won't have any problems with lawn care outside our window or difficulty in lighting, or less anyway. We're excited because we do have a wide selection of watches today, from affordable to a little bit more complicated and expensive. And I just want to point out that I'm very happy to be partners with Shopworn. Everyone out there that knows me knows I publish magazines with Isochron Media, About Time and IW magazine for decades at this point. And you wonder why I would partner with someone, because I see these watches so often presented to me, and we'll talk about these original retail prices at inaccessible prices. And I wondered, wow, when would I be able to afford it? Well, that's what Shopworn's all about. These watches may be a few years old or less or more, but they're like new, if not new. They're not owned by the end consumer at any point. So let's just go ahead and jump into what we have here today to show you, from the men's steel automatics all the way to some complications in gold for men, as well as a few diamonds and interesting frequencies thrown in. So starting off, let's go straight into Eberhard, a historic Swiss brand that many people are familiar with. This is one of their clean, simple automatic versions. It's available in 3 dial colors: white, black, and this deep dark blue. It's just an elegant case. You don't see any sharp lines. I recall it was, I think, Enzo Ferrari said, "How should my cars be shaped?" And he said, look at the pebbles, the way they're shaped by rivers. And you see that softening of the edges, that kind of smooth flow of lines in the steel case. And the metal bracelet works very nicely with it, as does the strap. This has a screw-down crown. It's water resistant to 10 atmospheres, sapphire crystal, basically everything you would expect from a good classic Swiss-made men's watch. This, I believe, is 42.5 millimeters, unless I'm mistaken. Let me just cheat with my computer here. 42.5, I got it right. And it's about 13 millimeters thick, so it's not overly thick, and it's very nice. I've got a full-size wrist as an example. You can see how nicely that works on a big wrist. I think mine's almost 8 inches around. And each look has its own appeal. The white is classic, the black, and blue is the new black. So just a great offer across the board, especially when you realize the original retail price was $2,650, and that's on strap. And that will be $699 for that Swiss men's automatic. On bracelet, it's a little bit more dear. It's $33.50 to begin with, and then Shopworn is presenting those to you for $899. Just a crazy good price. So if you're into men's classics, automatics in steel, that's a great option. Next up, we're going to stay with steel, but we're going to have a little bit more fun. We're going to show off first the ladies' steel and diamond watch, an unusual shape. Experienced watch lovers will recognize this as a Philip Stein. And when I met the owner, Rena Mink, she showed me her line of watches and then flipped it over and told me about the chips that she put in the back. She told me how these chips put out a frequency that promotes well-being by putting out more natural frequencies that help avert more negative frequencies that can have adverse effect on your body. Now, I'm a pragmatist, and I told Rena, I said, without all the extra, voodoo or science, however you want to present it, the watch is beautiful. Sell it against that. And she said, no, it works. Forced me to take one as a test drive. I gave it to my mother. She said she slept better. Could be, that she believes it. But that said, when you see a huge brand, and I'll say their name, Timex came out with a technology using these same types of chips in their own high-end watch. I believe they called it the Timex IQ, if I'm not mistaken, a couple of years ago. So Rena started this business more than a decade ago, so maybe she was onto something And we'll give her the benefit of the doubt. The diamond and steel watch, it's just beautiful to begin with. It's, let me see, it's $1,775 retail price on the leather strap with the regular tang and buckle clasp. And it's on the Shopworn site for $650. I'm not sure how many of these units they have. There's not a ton of the ladies, but I know there's fewer than a dozen. But an elegant lady size, on my masculine wrist, you can see how small it actually is. So that will fit any woman's wrist. So Philippe Stein also makes a beautiful men's watch. Quite substantial, just under 40 millimeters. Beautiful deep blue dial. The tones in that dial are really exquisite. The finish, you see the guilloche pattern on the chapter ring and on the inner circle, contrasted by the high polish section, sub-second hand. And again, on the back, the idea is that it's a beautiful watch to begin with. It's not very expensive. The retail price was $895, $350 shop-worn price. So if you like it at all, buy it. And buy it as a gift, because it also has the frequency, the technology chip in the back. And a butterfly style clasp, which is very nice. Comfortable to wear, applied Roman numerals, slim profile, just a sweet ride. So this is the final entry from Philippe Stein for today. Now we're going to move on to some gold watches. So let's do ladies first. Gold and diamonds. This petite little number is 26 millimeters. It's tiny, as you can see, but elegant, by a slim 5 millimeters on the wrist. Beautiful ladies dress watch, silver dial, applied numerals, 2 hands only, so it's going to have a long life quartz battery. For those of you that don't understand it, if you only have 2 hands, an hour and a minute hand, typically the movement will go 4, 5, maybe 6 years on a battery, because you're not moving. The inertia of even a tiny light seconds hand uses a lot more energy than the hour and minute hand. So a good choice for women, as a lot of them still prefer quartz for the convenience. And who cares if it's water resistant, really? It's 3 ATM, but you know, it's okay for rain. But you know, if you get tossed in a pool at a champagne party, get out quickly. And the beautiful thing here is just an elegant dress watch. The beautiful thing is always with Shopworn, it's about price. The watches are dynamite, but this watch, let me just check my notes, was $5,500 originally, and it's only $1,350 for a solid gold, Swiss-made Carl F. Bucherer for your significant other, your daughter for graduation, your wife for any time. Beautiful watch. Carl F. Bucherer, as you may know, also owns a lot of retail stores. They've been in the watch industry for, I don't know what anniversary they're at off the top of my head, but maybe 100 plus years. And I can do a little bit more research for the Q&A. I'll have that for you. So they've also got their own line of watches now for, I think, just over a decade, the Carl F. Bucherer. This is a full calendar complication with the in 18 karat rose gold, 39.5 millimeter, I think 40 millimeter case, good moderate size, silver dial with the full calendar date, day of the month, and month, as well as an additional moon phase. The pushers for all the functions, easy, just a simple push with one of these little units right there, adjusts the time, the day, the date, the phase of the moon, or the day of the month. A gold tone rotor. You can see from this rotor, it is not one of their in-house peripheral rotor movements, but it is a Swiss movement. It is everything Carl F. Bucherer makes is all Swiss, and it starts out as an exceptional value. Everything Carl F. Bucherer makes is just a little bit better priced than something from another name that I won't bother to say. But it's a fairly dear watch. Full calendar at $12,500 in rose gold is now $5,500 for this interesting complication. It'll never be out of style. That watch could have been made 100 years ago, and 100 years from now, you'd be proud to have it. And I think there's only 5 of those available, if I'm not mistaken. Not 100%. Now, the last in our selection for this month's show is a very cool watch from Romain Jerome. Now, Romain Jerome has gone through ups and downs in its time, and it's currently just recently gone out of business. Whether that's permanent or not is never for sure. However, they made awesome watches, and they use traditional movements inside. So even though they may not be active at the moment, this watch can be repaired by any qualified watchmaker that knows how to work on Swiss chronograph movements. So this one is a 45 millimeter case, and it's a very interesting combination. It's a titanium bottom with a solid rose gold bezel, fixed bezel obviously. And if you can see the profile of this case, it brings to mind, at least to me, and I've been around watches for a little while, the Icopod design. They made the Hemipod with that rounded case, just very difficult to make that quite, exactly like you need to, with the perfect fit and finish, and then to cap it with the rose gold, that's a substantial challenge. Inside an automatic Swiss movement, they have the full rotor, so you really can't see any of the movement because the rotor, the oscillating mass that is an eccentric weight on the inside, but covers the entire aperture, as you can see with an engraving of a Nautilus shell. Interesting push button deployant clasp, nicely locks in place. And even though it's a 45 millimeter, it's not super heavy because it's a combination of titanium and rose gold. And it's got the lugs positioned in a way that it drops down fairly quickly and wraps around your wrist nicely. The dial, the contrast is very good for what it is. I don't know if, I'd be timing Grand Prix with this particular chronograph, but everything about it is just a nice balance of design. It's a well-proportioned watch, and it's an expensive watch to begin with. $14,700 retail price, and Shopworn is, oh my goodness, Shopworn is saying $3,900. So you can't go, again, you can't go wrong. You're not going to find it less expensive in the kind of condition that all Shopworn watches are. And if you're concerned that Romain Jerome is no longer active at the moment, two things. First of all, they could be active next year. These companies are typically reacquired, reinvigorated, sometimes to success, other times not. But this is a traditional movement inside. There's not anything so exotic that you couldn't have it repaired. And you can have it repaired right here because Shopworn, as you may or may not remember, gives a two-year warranty on everything they sell, that they repair here and fix here. So there's nothing to worry about from a service perspective. So I hope you enjoy some of the variety. I know I have. I've seen these watches before, but not recently, because it's not this year's crop of watches. It's not dead brand new, which is part of the reason why they're so affordable. If you want this watch when it's brand new, you're gonna have to fork out $14,700 a few years ago. But after it's had a little time on the shelf and it's still sitting there, it becomes a question of how to convert that space for a retail jeweler or even a brand. How can they move forward? And that's how Shopworn helps them move forward, by taking over that inventory. Shopworn takes possession of everything you see here. They're not drop shipping, they're shipping from here in their own boxes and containers. And it's part of the reason that you get such a great deal here at Shopworn, and why I'm pleased to work with them. So thank you.
Hi everyone, thanks so much for tuning in to our third episode of Shopworn Live Inside the Vault. My name is Alana Birnbaum and I am the Director of E-commerce here at Shopworn. Today I'm going to be giving you guys an inside look into some of our jewelry collections from top designer brands. We had done a photo shoot last week, so I'll be able to show you all the products being featured today, also being worn by our lovely models, so you can see a better look of what they look like when they're on. So for the first brand collection that we're going to be featuring is from Roberto Coin. We have a beautiful rose gold collar necklace and a diamond rose gold bracelet. In many of their designs, Roberto Coin often uses this weaving pattern as it creates a flexible fabric-like movement, which you can see by the way when I pick this up, how easily this necklace moves. So this necklace pairs really nicely with a Roberto Coin rose gold bracelet. So unlike the necklace, this bracelet is firm in its design and there's no bending or flexibility. It has an easy push down clasp which unlocks it, and a very delicate chain link pattern which is enhanced by the diamonds featured here on the chain pattern. So this product is in 6.5 inches length, so you can measure your wrist at home to see if this would be a good fit for you. You may have noticed in our model shot that there was a matching ring for this bracelet, but unfortunately it had just sold out. As most of our items come to us as singles, if you really love something, you're gonna have to act quickly as there is a good chance it might not be here tomorrow. But you can find both this necklace and bracelet in our flash sale today. The necklace is listed for 67% off for $8,900, and the bracelet is also 67% off for $4,725. Okay, and our next collection that I'm going to be showcasing is from Piero Milano. We have a matching set of a floral ring, earrings, as well as a necklace. The design here is very delicate, with this flower being formed by either swirls of rubies or diamonds. The material for all three of these pieces is 18K yellow gold. Very interestingly, despite being worn on either your finger or your ears or around your neck, it's the same size for all of these little floral embellishments across all of these pieces. So while it might appear as a small pendant when you're wearing it as a necklace, if you're wearing it as earrings or as a ring, it's definitely a very bold statement piece. So we have moved all three of these pieces into our flash sale. All items are now listed at 79% off their retail prices. The ring is $1,100, the necklace is $1,050, and the earrings are listed for $1,960. And for our last brand feature, we have Mikimoto. So Mikimoto, we just listed a bunch of new pieces on to our website. This brand dates all the way back to 1893, and it's known for creating the world's first cultured pearls. Our model is styled in a pearl necklace, earrings, and a ring that all pair very nicely together. The necklace is a classic staple, perfect for any outfit, with pearls that go all the way around. You can see that there is a delicate clasp on the back here. It's designed to look like a bow, and there's one smaller additional pearl added onto that clasp. The pearl earrings have a little bit of length to them. In addition to the pearls, there's also a beautiful embellishment of diamonds which create that drop earring style. So this clasp type for these earrings is fishhook, so it's super easy to get them off and on. And the last item for this set is a Mikimoto ring. The pearl feature here on the ring is quite large, so it's definitely an eye-catching piece for anyone who's wearing it. And like everything that we've talked about today, all three of these pieces you can also find in our flash sale. The ring is $3,295. The earrings and necklace are also in our flash sale and are listed for $3,750 and $3,375 respectively. So that's it for all of our jewelry pieces. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we hope to see you back next month.
Hey everyone, thank you again for joining us for another segment of the Inside the Vault. And my name is Jared Lee. I'm part of the accessories department. And I have a few items I'm really excited about that I want to show you and share with you tonight. So here is the first item. This is the ST DuPont Rolling Stones lighter. It's a limited edition Rolling Stones lighter, and you see it's got the iconic tongue and lips. It's made of lacquer and chrome and very ergonomic, designed with a fuel indicator on the side, right here on the side. And it comes in black or white. So that backdrop, you'll have one, you can have this one which is black or another one that's white. And both items are retailed at $220, sorry. But you can purchase this tonight for $75. And just one last thing that I want to mention, it's standard butane fuel. So you can just get a butane bottle, stick it right in there, and you'll be ready to go. All right, so that's our ST DuPont Rolling Stones lighter. Again, it's a limited edition for this product right here. We also have from ST DuPont is their Defy Collections perforated leather wallet. This is a blue model, so it's a blue wallet, and it's got 6 credit card slots, as well as a banknote for a pocket for a banknote up top, and 2 slip pockets on either side. This again is like, you know, from their Defy collection. It's very light, and it has RFID protection on it as well. So if you're interested in a wallet, it's really comfortable. We want to encourage you to get one of these wallets. It retails at $350, but for you guys, it'll be $99 tonight. So that's an ST DuPont wallet. And then for the ladies out there, we have the Bottega Veneta bifold wallet. This wallet has a button enclosure. It has 10 credit cards slots on either 5 on either side, 1 deep pocket for banknotes up top, and then 3 slip pockets on the sides. There's actually 4 now. 4 slip pockets on either side. This also has a zipper coin purse as a back, and again, it's a button enclosure for this. It's a really cute wallet from Bottega Veneta, and this retails at $815, but you can purchase this tonight for $375. That's a Bottega Veneta wallet. And then finally, we have a special piece by Romain Jerome. This is a limited edition rollerball pen. Look how pretty that sits. Could you imagine that on your office desk, right? It just looks like a really good piece to have on your desk, right? This is a Moonfighter collection from Romain Jerome, and it's either a rollerball pen or a fountain pen. The one that we are featuring here tonight is the rollerball, and it's just a really pretty piece. I think that's a nice piece. This also has a cockpit right up here, and inside the cockpit is moon dust. I mean, they actually put moon dust in the cockpit of this pen. So this is a Romain Jerome collection, limited edition, and this pen retails for $2,400, but for you guys tonight, you can purchase it for $799. So for this rollerball pen, $799 for the Romain Jerome rollerball Moon Collection pen. All right, so these are some of the items that we have in our office and on our website. There's thousands more, so we want to encourage you to check that out. And I just want to thank you guys for joining us again. Thank you for listening to me. And here is Gary and Larry with a Q&A session.